Hello and welcome back to Off the Page, a newsreel from Eureka, the bookstore for the young. I'm Sahar, here to give you news about new books in each age category. Since it's Rabindranath Tagore's birthday on the 7th of May, the first few books that we have all feature his work. The first of which is Last Night I Saw a Dream, a poem which has been turned into a beautiful children's picture book with illustrations by Adrija Ghosh. The poem is about the city of Kolkata coming to life at night and how its roads and bridges and buildings all start running and dancing. The illustrations in this book are vibrant and lively and add to the overall imaginative and whimsical nature of the poem. The next two books are anthologies of Rabindranath Tagore's work, the first of which is The Crescent Moon, Poems and Stories with an introduction by Ruskin Bond, and the second is The Land of Cards, Stories, Poems and Plays with an introduction by Mahashweta Devi. Both of these introductions are by some of India's most beloved and renowned authors, and they both talk about their own personal relationship to Rabindranath Tagore's work. Both of these books are filled with stories for and about children with themes that are timeless, displaying his versatility and deep understanding of human connection. Next, we have 10 Indian Tribes and the Unique Lives They Lead by Nidhi Dugar Kundalia, which tells the story of 10 Indian tribes who have been living very different lives from the rest of mainstream India. It touches upon their history, the effect of colonization, their terrain, and how that's had an influence on their traditions and lifestyle. It also emphasizes the deep connection and respect that they have to their environment, how it sustains them and gives them everything that they need to live, and how they also know the limits of how much to take and how exactly to give back, which is incredibly interesting to read from an urban perspective because that's not often how we are taught to look at our resources. This is an incredibly important book since we don't often get books for younger readers that are about India's tribes, which are an incredibly important part of India's history and culture. The next book is The Truth Detective by Tim Harford, illustrated by Ollie Mann, which helps you navigate a world that doesn't always make sense. In an age of information, it's often hard to know what's true and what isn't. And this book gives you guidelines on how to be able to uncover the truth. It talks about the importance of knowing where your information comes from, of checking your sources, and the power of gathering your own information. It talks about the importance of data collection and organization, and gives historical anecdotes of people who have gotten it wrong and people who have gotten it right, such as Florence Nightingale, who used these tools to be able to prove to people that what she was saying was the truth and was able to make real change and save a lot of people. It talks about how throughout history, even some of the smartest people have been fooled and how to avoid doing just that. This book is written in a fun and conversational way, and the illustrations add so much to the flow and layout of the book and help you visualize all the information that you're being given. This is a perfect book for any child's bookshelf. The next book is Terminal 3 by Devsmita Dasgupta, a graphic novel that I was really excited to cover since I love graphic novels, but I don't often see them written by Indian authors set in India. In this book, we follow our main character Khwab in two separate timelines, in 2017 in Srinagar, Kashmir, and then in 2019 where she is sitting at Terminal 3 of New Delhi's International Airport waiting to board a flight to represent India at an international jiu-jitsu competition. The book covers Khwab's complicated journey of overcoming despair and loss to be able to follow her dreams. Set against a backdrop of conflict, Terminal 3 is a story of hope about everyday people striving to live their dreams in the valley. The last book is The Librarian of Burned Books by Brianna Labusquez, a historical fiction novel in which we follow three women at different stages of Hitler's regime in World War II and their connection to books and how that ties them to the war and to each other. We follow American writer Althea James in 1933 after she is invited to Berlin, where she realizes how little she really knows. We follow Hannah, a Jew who has fled Germany in 1934 and come to Paris, where she starts working at the German Library of Burned Books. And then we follow Vivian in 1944, who is working with a program that sends books to soldiers overseas after she receives a letter from her late husband in which he tells her how much the books meant to him and the comfort that they brought him. What starts out as three women's individual stories slowly start to interconnect, changing all of them forever. Liked what you saw and heard? Want to buy any of these? Log on to www.eurekabookstore.com and place your order now. Also, follow us on Instagram for a daily feed of books. If you happen to live in Delhi or are just passing by, please drop by at M75 and Block Market, Greater Kailash Part 2. Our team will be more than happy to help you choose books. Do let us know what you liked or didn't in the comments down below, and if there's anything else you would like to see, please let us know.